So yesterday, we didn't have stream. Oh, 25 stream streak? I dig it. I dig it. Thank you so much, Dantrick. I had a van that the brake lines were riding out. That was fun. Not. So yesterday we had the pleasure of reconnecting with SM Scott Photography. Now, we chatted with SM Scott. I saw Sean. It's not a secret. Their name is on the top of their Instagram there. It's just a whole big wordful. So we have started working with Sean back in 2017, but after 2019 happened, we did the Druid photo shoot in 2018 in the Detroit Library, and then he shot My Dark Stalkers Morgan at Astronomicon, or sorry, 2018 for the library shoot. 2019 was Astronomicon Morgan photo shoot, but then the pandemic happened, so we both respectively went our own isolated, see ya when we get out of this, hopefully. Wonderfully, our life shaped up. We do a lot more streaming now. And Sean ended up having a, what do you call it? Job switch. Was able to, in the last few years, put together a studio that no longer has us traipsing through the sewer smell and funk of Detroit. And a lot of the abandoned buildings that we did our pre-pandemic photo shoots in are no longer standing. They no longer exist. So they have rekindled their page. They do a bunch of weddings and photo shoots and pretty people. But at Great Lakes Comic-Con in February, we chatted again. And we talked about possibly doing a cosplay photo shoot. And I was like, can I pay you to take photos of my cosplay? It's like, I need some photos. And I also realized, too, that I was definitely, what's the word? Spoiled with the quality. Sean is one of the first photographers that I worked with, and being an artist myself, first and foremost, he is an artist too. So like we met on this like understanding of like how a collab between two artists should go, you know, copyright and like just respect and like collaboration wise. But have you really seen Detroit without the sewer stank? Does it exist without the sewer? Oh, it does. It does. It's called winter. Everything's frozen. You can't smell anything. You can't smell anything with that. So yeah, we had the pleasure of taking yesterday off of streaming and booking a photo shoot with Sean. So I went out to their studio, and I'm going to show you my stories. Yeah. So here we are. I went out to Sean's studio. I also created a channel in the Discord as well, so that you guys can keep up, and I'll take more behind the scenes photos for the photo shoots to come, because we're going to schedule another one, because you guys will strategically find out that even though I had hoped to shoot Nobara Kugisaki in both her normal wear as well as her prosthetics, I also thought we would have time for Toga, but we both nerded out so much that, and you'll see too, because I do have some behind the scenes videos, that we were like, you know what? Do we want to rush to do Toga in an hour? I go, I made her in 2018 and she has still yet to see a legit photo shoot. We can wait. And he goes, okay, cool. He goes, so let's drop down the background and pull out some of these. And so like we were just having a really good time. But yeah, so painted on the arm too. The studio was wonderful. He has it like partitioned off. There's all the crap that I brought with me. He has it partitioned off so that it is not just a studio, but there's like a waiting room, lounge area. So does a lot of senior photos. Obviously the parents can wait in the lounge area, and the students are doing their, you know, you only want to stand and see your kid strike poses and smile so long, and then you're like, all right, I'm gonna go sit down now. But there is also a full bathroom. Well, I guess it would be a half bath if it doesn't actually have the bathtub. But for a gross person like me, running water is a necessity, especially when you bring fake blood with you. And I was like, look it, I brought the blood. I go, it's like old times again, because usually I'm always slinging fake blood around as he again is shooting very pretty people. If you see, there's no blood or fake blood at all in these photos. But what I want to do is I want to show you too what Sean's got going on, because they have different photos in their stories. They will also be sharing, he had 2 different video vantage points. He will be showing the photos before I will. He will be showing teasers during editing before I will. So this went to his Instagram, and then I got a text message. So if you guys want to stay up to date and see what's happening before I even get a time to share it. So like this is just from the camera without being edited, because you can see like some of the shadows on the wall in the background. This is just straight from the camera lens. So I am just so excited that the makeup looked well. Look at all that blood on the arm. Yes. A little bit of bruising. Athlov. So my bruise on my arm is getting better, but I thought when I was painting the prosthetics, I made the bruise look so matching on the prosthetics that I was like, oh, darn. I got some of the oil paint down here. And as I was trying to wipe off my own bruise, I was like, oh, that's a real bruise down there. You look just like what I painted. You're kind of getting in the way. So I was like, yeah, nailed it. Good morning, Chat Noir. Hope you're having a wonderful day. Kagan, welcome on in. Chaos Pixie, good morning, good morning. So yes, we're doing Jujutsu Kaisen. Nobara Kugisaki is what we have here. And so we'll let just keep playing now. So yeah, I was very thrilled to get back into the swing of things. This is the first photo shoot that we've done since 2020 without a mask on. So like having to remember a big mess. Oh, look at the little puppy. I didn't make the mess. I think they're going, I don't know what the next video is going to be here. Let's see. Sean, now I'm creeping. What do you got next? So this is my plans for today. I'm not there. But yeah, how cool is that? Just watching Just Tell Her Stories. Sounds like she had a ton of fun. I did. And what you don't need text for, Chaos Pixie, is... Oh, hold on. Oops. Hold on. I want to do this. There we go. Is some behind the scenes. So look at how big there is still like behind. I wish I could like put my hand in front of the video. So like behind this cut off of the video here is still another corner in another studio, like that corner wall, and then the 90-degree wall to it that's at our back. Where my camera is, it's in another corner. And on the left wall is another studio backing, and then another large setup too. So like it was just very well spaced out. I'm looking forward to taking like our Samara from The Ring. I'm looking forward to taking that into the weeds of his backyard, because oh my goodness, it looked so good. So I'm just gonna chit chat and we'll have this playing in the background. So I just kind of set it up in the corner, and this is when I also found out too that my really good friend Sean didn't know how old I was, or Dirty Dancing. I was like, look at me, I'm gonna put baby in the corner, tucking her so far in the corner, hope I don't forget her. And she's like, he goes, what? I go, from Dirty Dancing, nobody puts baby in the corner? This is kind of like my baby. But yeah, we had a really good time. So here we are. This is the first setup, the first shots from the day with the hammer. I realized that I needed to get comfortable with just one prop before I started mixing in nails into my mouth, a secondary prop, a voodoo doll, blood, prosthetics, that I had to get comfortable just in my own skin and how to pose again, which was interesting. You guys laugh about me sitting so straight, but what I'm actually doing, and I don't even realize I'm doing, is I'm putting my shoulders over my butt, which is how I have to stand for a lot of my photography shots as well. So like when you guys are like, oh, you look like you're sitting weird. No, I'm just like, I'm sitting like how I would. And I'm just doing a lot of like on the one bum cheek too. So like it was just fun getting back into the swing of things. I felt very rusty. Sean thought I was significantly taller. Maybe I grew. You can tell the doll here is what he used while I was getting ready to set up the shot. And she is like a head taller than me. And I joked, I was like, yeah, Nobody ever says, Ashley, you're so much taller than we thought you'd be. So they had to pull the, I felt very rusty. That was just the nails. So what I'm doing is I asked him to move. I hope I talked over the part before then. But yeah, I asked him, I noticed that there was a mirror in the back, and I was like, hey, could you pull that forward so I can see myself and see what's going on? Like, I have no clue, and like, I need the extra little assistance. So with the mirror there, I was able to kind of see and try to elongate my neck, drop my shoulders. But what it also let me see too is because the wig, I tried my best to make sure that the wig stayed like flat and there wasn't any bunches, because what that did was it made me lose my neck as well. So like, oh, hey, Puck. It's like, we had a really, oh, thanks, Puck. We had a really good time. Like, it was just trying to get back into the swing of how things are. Oh, so, oh, are we gonna get, oh, the mirror. Photographer was popping it. You know when the photographer pops the booty out, trying to show the model what to do. I can't touch you, but can you do this? So you can see me moving to his direction. Oh, Pug, you're cute. Oh, man. But yeah, he was like, yeah, well, there's this photographer that I work with, but he only works with people over the age of 40. And I was like, oh, cool. So like in a couple of years. And he goes, no, like 4. I was like, yeah, I turned 38 this year. What'd you, and he goes, I can't call you kid anymore. I go, dude, you were never supposed to call me kiddo. But after a while, I just stopped correcting you. It's just like, I don't know what to tell you, bro. I was like, do I need to, are you gonna flatter me and make me take out my license right now? There's no way you're 30. No, I'm only 37. Don't you add that extra year. It is not Halloween yet. You slow your roll, Dantrick. Slow your roll. But no, we were having, and the photographer that he was talking about that does the 40 and up just does like silkstone black and white. Like, the light just really like kisses this. Oh, it was gorgeous. I was like, oh, I'm not pretty enough for those ones. But yeah, we had a good time. So like, as I'm just batter up, I'm joking around too with some of this stuff. Here, what we're gonna clip ahead a little bit. So yeah, oh, this is a good one. So he goes, can I touch you? And he goes, I need to pull the sleeve out. I go, I'll balance it. And he does it, I almost fall over. Let's just say they no longer card me. They stopped carding me a long time ago when we go to college. College cities or next to college campuses. They look at me and I guess they can see the misery in my eyes. Like, oh, bitch is seeing things. She ain't that young anymore. But it also has to do too with how you present yourself and how you talk. So, we were just having a really good time. Puck, you are really in the camera right now. Doesn't feel, yeah, you're fine. Welcome aboard. Welcome on in. So like sometimes I feel like I am so rigid and in myself. So like when the photographer goes, oh, I need to check something on my tablet. Oh, hold up. Could we really check what was on his tab? Oh, you gave us the shoulder for it. I was like, could we see over your shoulder? Did you? Hey. Hey. Oh, we got to let the Ko-Fi bot drop a link. Oh, Ko-Fi stream bot, you're funny. I'll have to fix that. That must be an interesting, that's just our merch store link. Until my daughter was born, I had a nice dark beard. Gave it 2 to 3 more years, and I can pull up Santa. As I tell people, when you guys have crotch goblins, they siphon your life force away. They do. They do. Siphoning the life force away, like little succubuses. Just... So what I kept doing too is making sure, because I'm a short person, I wanted to make sure that my undershirt stayed as like as tucked into my tights. Okay, tucking it into the dress just wasn't enough. So I was like, tucking it into my tights. I was like, I'm gonna tuck it into my tights that way, like firm hold around the waistband. And then I was playing with the different socks. And then I realized looking in the mirror, I liked them in the other direction. Checking my hair. Again, not having that mask on really threw me. Really threw me. I want to see, when do we get to... What did I whisper to you guys? I don't know what I whispered. I said something just to our camera. What am I doing? What am I saying? I don't know. What did I mouth to us? There's got to be somebody that's a lip reader. What did I say? We'll have to go back in the VOD and find out. But I was just so appreciative of Sean's time. Because again, I'm not the normal. You definitely make, even though I paid a few hundred for it, like it's still not as much as you would make from a senior photo shoot, you know, when I'm, you know, only looking to get back a handful or so photos and they want like 12 photos back, you know, but I do want to make sure that I pay for his time. As a friend, you pay your homies. I tell you guys this all the damn time. Pay your homies. Pay your homies. Especially too, because like, as I kept telling SMScottPhotography, your time is money. I go, sure, this photo shoot, you're like, yeah, it's helping me, you know, do something different. I go, but your time that you're spending into editing, then I want to pay you for those hours. I want to pay you for that time. I want to pay you for the years. I want to pay you for the brick pile that you're going to keep, you know, adding on to in the backyard. Please take my money. So again, I do have all of his information posted in our Discord. I have a live from section that since we have already been in talks about doing Himilkatoga photo shoots too, I want to make sure that I add now to the behind the scenes shenanigans. Now, I wasn't sure if we were gonna go live stream. I'm glad we didn't. It let me focus more on like catching up with a bud and like figuring out all of this again, figuring out my limbs and my hands, making sure toes are pointed, my fingers, all the energy, you know, goes from the fingertips, or, you know, like they're not just limp sausages. They're not just some finger hot dogs, Athlop. That's what I didn't want. I didn't want finger hot dogs. This camera, I did not have to change the card or the battery on this, Ivo. Look, see, like, walking away, I do something funny to kind of like bring myself back to, and then like I you know, stretch the face, stretch the limbs, trying to make sure that I am not buckling the shoulder of the coat. So you can see like when I lift an arm up, how it creates a little nipple on the shoulder, but trying to make sure that I couldn't unbutton the jacket because the ladies splayed the buttonhole, and I just, that wasn't the look I wanted. That's not the look I wanted. I wanted to look like a fucking badass is what I wanted. The music is great for this right now. Doscaius, welcome on in. Finger hot dogs are bad, especially for those with a penchant for nail biting. Yeah, you would just chew the whole entire sausage. Chew the whole entire sausage, right? And again, like there is, you can't see it. Oh, I think it's with the secondary. So I let photographers choose the backgrounds as well. I try to give them an idea of what we're going to be bringing beforehand, because I do want this to be an artistic collaboration. I look at poses. I got props taken away from me. No, it's like he goes, try to take the nails. I go, no, I put these in my mouth. I'm not going to hand these to you. But yeah, so it was just really cool. Realizing, you know, hand directions, making sure you don't lose your neck, making sure, you know, you're not casting a shadow. You need to do your yoga. I got called out, Dr. Evil. You'd like that. He goes, I need you to put all of your weight onto one butt cheek. And so, like, as I'm sitting here, I've only got my weight onto one bum cheek. You need to do your yoga. Got called out. So got called out. We were outside walking around like, so glad I took a Mucinex, or you would be killing me right now as we walk around your 3 acres yard. But like to have 3 acres of a yard in Detroit, like just north of Detroit, is wild. Wild. I did have to go down a dirt road. I was like traversing the dirt road at like 5 miles per hour. So we got a scene switch. And now you can see here is one of the cameras. And then there's a second camera off to the side back here in the corner that you can't see. So I'm all bloodied up now. You can see because we've got the white, which is easy supposedly to clean. Little did he know that like this blood was staining everything. And when I was washing the sink, like I made sure I got a little spot on the wall and I was like, I scrubbed it clean until I saw white again. I was like, okay, we cannot stain his tub. He's like, oh, it's fine. I was like, no, Sean, you want models to feel welcome here, not to feel like you killed your last model and stuffed her down your sink. I hope you're having a good day. But yeah, we are Nobara Kugisaki from Jujutsu Kaisen the anime. This is our photo shoot that we had with my wonderful friend Sean M. Scott or SM Scott Photography. Their links here, I'll toss it right now if you want to drop that follow onto their socials. Oh, there we go. Oh, that's just the Instagram link. There we go. And it's also in the Discord too. So I've got my camera in the other corner. This was the hard part, trying not to get blood everywhere, because as my body got warm, Wonderland, the stage blood, which tastes great, but also says do not consume. Why would you make it taste so good if you're not supposed to just... It's like the envelopes that you lick, where you used to lick, and they would taste good, and you're like, wow, why does this envelope taste good to lick it? Just trying not to get it everywhere, because it literally started like dripping down my hand at one point. I was like, I need a paper towel. So he's playing with the lights. It was just a really good time. It was a really good time. Like 17 minutes. I'm not going to show you all 17 minutes of this. I'm going to clip through it. He was trying to cover up my face. Yeah, it's just and here's the setup for the photo teaser that Sean posted up on their Instagram. I don't know, why does antifreeze smell so yummy? It looked like Mountain Dew. Don't know. I don't know. You'll have to tell the wildlife. Why are all the forbidden foods so tasty? I don't get this. 20 minutes, and I was thinking, that woman is pro. She can stay still for a really long time. That's me. Oh, the female mannequins get you. And then he picked her up to move her, and you're like, oh. I like that. It's so that he can do the light and flash tests while the models are getting ready. This is obviously the average size human being, and I'm like a head shorter than that. Thomas, thank you so much for 50 months or 50 stream streak. That's a lot of streams. That's a lot of streaking. Not the only one freaking out about the mannequin. Shadow's like, hold up. There's somebody looking at you, Diz. Hey, Hybrid West, welcome on in. Little Cloud Stripe, who is the short person to the left? Hello, that's me. This is me. So you can see how tall I am to a normal adult, which might also then be why everybody thinks that I'm younger than I really am. But what? Do you guys think I'm going to just hit my growth spurt sometime soon? That's what I don't get. I obviously look like I've superseded high school. Hello, the melons. But like at the same time, like, you guys still think I'm gonna like hit the growth spurt? Can we like, come on. You thought it was a human initially too? That's hilarious. She is fully clothed. Like, you gotta hand it. At some point, he's like, I really don't want a naked mannequin just moving around my studio. Can we dress her? His wife and him, Laura is Sean's wife, is they are a group. So I'm guessing for weddings. I didn't do photographer for my wedding. But yeah, I'm gonna guess that Laura's like, can we dress her? Or Scott's like, can we dress her? You do have a good body for deadlifting. I've been told that by our friend Ethan from Thousand Face Cosplay. I was like, "Are you sure you want me to hang off your arm?" He goes, "I won't even feel you." he goes, "As long as you can support yourself." And let me tell you, he was right. Holding myself up with my arms on a bicep was a lot of work. I was like, "Oh dang." I go, "I'm gonna rip." He's like, "No, you're not gonna rip through my arm. You're fine." It was also the dude that for last Origins Game Fair that was doing the push-ups with me sitting on their back as Poison Ivy. Yeah, that was fun. That was fun. Oh, too funny. But yeah, no, I had these just kind of playing around, and it was just a lot of he's checking the videos, making sure that I'm in frame because I did move. It's just nice to get back into the habit. So I don't want to wait a whole 30 days or another month before we get together again. I do want to bring Himoka Toga. As I told him, I made her in 2018. She hasn't had a photo shoot yet. We can wait a couple more weeks. That's fine by me. She's not going anywhere. Except for I did drop that tub down the stairs and it like busted open and like everything spewed all out. I had to go double check everything, make sure I didn't break it. And I was like, guess I can't carry things up the stairs. I don't think I had a teacher in high school. I wasn't bigger than. Yes. But as I told all my high schoolers, you may be taller than me, but I've graduated high school already. So please pay attention because you need this class, at least to the freshmen. You need me to graduate, freshmen, to go to the sophomore year. Double checking things. So again, now we are a different setup. What are you doing, Puck? Don't go on an adventure. Don't be your brother. Battle is ready. Give me a couple more moments, streamers. I don't want to. Well, I guess I can just pause this. I could just pause it and bring up Stream Raiders this way. All right, real quickly, let's run Stream Raiders. I grew in grade 7. I think I grew in grade 3. See, my face, this is just a blemish. They're blemishes. That redness. Blush. Like, that's why we put a lot of lotion on our face. Just red sometimes. Blum. 15 gold going to what? Division Error. 0 kills, 11 assists. Division, thank you so much. Let's keep it going. Don't you do it. Oh, I don't want to read. I don't want to read anything. I want to play Stream Raiders. I don't want to read Stream Raiders. There's a difference. It's pretty addictive, not gonna lie. I do like it. I know that we don't even do half of the shenanigans that we can, but I just enjoy it. I enjoy it a lot. I just need to place 2. I'm gonna heal him and place a second one down because I know that I need to for our. Is it the consecutive ones? Please be the consecutive quests. Oh, it wasn't. It was just this blasphemy down here. Oh, I gotta place 2 tanks. Oh, all right. Next, I'll place 2 tanks. All right, let's get back to it. So this is the last set that we took. This was from the last. It took me about 40 minutes to do the prosthetics. Sean took a phone call and the time too, so wonderful. I didn't feel like I was wasting their time. And then he asked me if there's any photos. And I just went. I just leaned into it. I went in like she was ready to whoop some ass. Like I just like, let's go. Yeah. By the time I was 12, I reached my mom's height. I definitely got my height from my dad's side. Yeah. I think by the time I was 19, I was already as tall as my mom. So, like, I knew I wasn't going to get any taller. I put heels on, and she's like, dang it, you can wear heels taller than I can wear heels, so you're taller today. When I would wear my little combat boots with the heels that she got me for birthday or Christmas, when she was getting her hip surgery, she hated it. She was like, oh, you're taller than me. We've been watching this for like 25 minutes. I didn't realize that much work goes into photo shoots. Like, hey, we took a few photos and they're all great. See ya. Clearly not the case. No, because a lot of these photos we took, pure trash and garbage. Double chins, garbage. Yeah. So like it was 3 hours. It took 3 hours for our photo shoot. Three hours with like a half hour. He took me around a half-hour yard trip. I walked around outside for a half hour. That was a half an hour of touching grass. I don't have to touch grass at least for the rest of this month. Go team. And then I put my feet up. He goes, yeah, you look like a doll. I go, like Annabelle? And he goes, yeah, let's take a photo. And he goes, no, that looks like garbage. He goes, I don't know. I thought that was going to be better. So like some of it too is just like, you've got an idea, I've got an idea, let's try your idea, let's try my idea. You know, which piece of spaghetti sticks to the wall? Is it done? Is it el dente yet? You know, so like it was just a really fun, good time, just trying not to get blood all over the nice, clean stuff that he's done and made, and it was a really good time. It was a really good time. So, yeah, look, I take my little blood hanky with me every single time I got blood somewhere it wasn't supposed to be. But yeah, we had a really fun time. Let me remove the VLC player. We'll bring back Google Images. Again, if you would like to drop that follow on SM Scott Photography's Instagram page, they will have all of the first teasers and different behind the scenes videos that you did not see today. Look at that video is so much better than mine. It looks like a photographer took it. Great lighting. So again, if you want to see all the teasers and photos before I even post them, this is going to be the page that you're going to want to stay linked to, stay eyeballs on. But yeah, look at all that blood. Look at all that blood. It was so good. And so like this bruise down here, Athlov, is the real bruise. I tried to wipe it off, then I was like, oh, that one's a part of me. Okay. So like because this bruise was so apparent, I had to bring some more bruise back into it because I was like, well, we had to make it look like it's supposed to belong, minion. I was bleeding because I made the blood. Fake blood. Fake blood. And I did clean up all my fake blood. But yeah, it was first time without a mask for a photo shoot since 2020. What a good time. What a blast. What a blast, I say. All right, so give me a second. We do have that giveaway going on, but what I'm going to do is I need to reset, take away some things, and get Warframe up because I knew we were going to be story hour because we had story hour. Traveling Gamer, thank you so much for that 3 stream streak. I waited to pull up Warframe, that way it would not F up my slideshow. My slideshow that I wanted to grandma take you guys through. All right, kids, let's go through my slideshow of yesterday's events. But yeah, no, we had a good time. So Himoka Toga is next on my list. And knowing how long it takes to do that, we could do Himoka Toga in her normal attire and then in her like goth street attire with the Dominia boots. Might as well. You got your 1,500 login day today. Ooh, hold up. I don't want to show you guys me logging in. Believe it or not, don't want that. Did I get right on the first time? We'll never know. Huzzah! All right, now I can show you guys my day login. She's logged in for 1,342 days. Do I need affinity? No, I don't. We're gonna go with Neurodes instead. Neurodes instead. Ooh, nurse, you got your Orkin potato. Ooh, wanted to get my next creator glyph. There's the new one. There's the new creator glyph from the VTuber, Bochan. Bochan? I don't know how to say it correctly. Forgive me. Forgive me, fellow Warframe content creator. But if you want to get your own, there's the code. BOCCHAN_T or VT VTuber. Oh, la 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 la. Your password is la 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 la. Actually, I think you need a couple more. There's some spaces in there too. I think you are forgetting between. Yeah, spaces count as an asterisk too. I told you it's a random ass sentence. So don't forget your punctuation. That's why I get it wrong more times than not. All right, so we're going to delete this one. We're going to delete this one. We're going to delete that one. And we'll leave that. All right, do I have everything ready to go for today? Oh, I forgot to show you guys one thing. And I will do that because I'm going to eject that card that we were looking at. You just heard the ejection. I want to eject the card. But what this gives me the opportunity to do then is to hold up, fashion show, wait for it, Are you ready? Are you ready? Are you ready? Does the backpack look massive? Does the backpack look massive on me? Good, because it's not for me. I bought it for Synemius. Well, my company bought it for Synemius. Because, poor Synemius. How in Sisterhood of the Traveling Pants, the girls are going to Greece and they have those donkeys that are just loaded up with all of the luggage as they're walking up the stone trail. That's Synemius behind me with the luggage and backpacks that I give them to haul through a convention as we're doing our cosplay and competing thing. So now Synemius doesn't, and I feel bad too because like the only bags I have are those for like a child. So like the Jansport backpack that fits me perfectly obviously doesn't fit a normal sized human being. So this, it's got so many compartments. Look at this. It is, I could hide behind it. So like it's so big. The whole entire front comes down. It's got little netting. We waited so long for this backpack. It was supposed to be shipped at the end of January. Equilibrium is the backpack people that go to conventions. Yeah, we bought this in June at Origins Game Fair. It was supposed to be shipped at the end of January. I had to contact them to be like, hey, you guys told me it was going to be shipped at the end of, January. You guys are posting your schedule for this year. Do we have any word on it? Any update? And so I had to contact and reach out to their support. And then they sent me a tracking number that said, like, getting ready. And I was like, oh, okay. Then it just magically showed up. And I was like, oh, okay. Yeah, it's got all the little compartments, extra zippies on the inside, which would be perfect for holding tripods on the side here. Like it zips up to tripods. It's got a little like net. You can't see. It's black on black on black on black. Just take my word for it that this here is a net, but the other side looks the same but is different. This is just wild. The whole entire back opens up so you can put a laptop into it. Not sponsored, just excited I got my husband a backpack that's actually for an adult. He put it on, he goes, man, it fits me. I go, well, we did get the medium backpack with the medium cargo thing, and they did take your size measurements while we were there. I go, I'm pretty sure you're just a standard size medium, but this, probably for a laptop. I go, or Magda's dossier. as we travel to, because she's going to be my next big competition piece, is I got to finish Magda from Diablo 3. And then I've got plans for her. I've got my sights set on something, but I'm not going to say it. This just, and there's like cushions and everything, and we're not getting any younger. So I'm just happy that this backpack's got the back support, and yay team. Think of all